Okay, everyone, we are getting back into with Sims World. We're going to get back into it with the Husseins here in a second. This episode, we will see the birth of their very first child. We will find out if it's going to be a boy or a girl, and the name suggested by you guys. And you guys will get in your shoutouts as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, we are back. Iris is doing a little bit of a sleep for herself. But I think she's actually going to have to get up very soon because she is going to have to go into work. Plus, she has to go to the bathroom. And she goes to work in about 2 hours, so she's up. And she does have, looks like she has some morning sickness as well. Because she's very uncomfortable right now. But for the first portion of her pregnancy, I think we are going to have her go into work. That is solely because, I think that it's best to have her doing that. Meanwhile, Jonah is just in here watching some TV before he heads into work. Which is very shortly. He goes into work in about 40 minutes, Sims World. And they're kind of upset right now because they aren't having the best quality of stuff in their house right now. Again, they're still starting out, so that is why. And with them having the materialistic trait, I think that also contributed to that. Again, but they are about ready to head into work. Well, I know at least Jonah is about ready to head into work. So, I'll be right back after I send him into work. So here he goes into work. Actually, he just literally was going into work as I was getting off, ready to send him in. And we're going to have him work hard because we all know that having a baby does not take a little bit amount of money. It takes a lot of money to raise a baby. Plus, they still have to kind of maintain this little bit of a apartment here that they have. And Iris is still feeling that morning sickness, which is, I gotta quite frankly tell you, it is kind of setting me to give her a vacation day. So that's what I am going to do. So give me a second. Okay, I have her on vacation now because I don't want her going in sick to work. Especially being that she's already is quite pregnant, and you don't want her to go into sick, throwing up and all that. I think it's best for her just to stay off, even though yes, they do need the money. And she will be in her second trimester in 11 hours, Sims World. By the way, Sims World, it's probably about 3 days that they morning sickness, but probably about 3 days that they actually have the baby till. And I am gonna keep this baby reveal until the end because I don't know how to actually find out until then. But I can tell you either way, we are all going to be surprised. And I do have a little boy and a little girl name already picked out from each one of you guys. So right now I'm having her clean out the toilet that she kind of just threw up in, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. Keep the house relatively clean. And with her being on vacation, maybe this kind of gives her a little bit of time to relax and do stuff around the house, kind of like to help out her pregnancy, like maybe walking around, because I know that helps up that a little bit, and maybe just getting some extra rest in, because we know that she and Jonah were both very much working very hard in their lives. So to maintain this um, apartment, and now they have another life that they will have to maintain themselves besides that. So, and it looks as if they don't really have, much food left in the house. So, I know this didn't go as well planned last time, but, I think I'm going to have her making some eggs and toast, for them, just to have something to eat when Jonah gets back, and for her to have something to eat as well, because I know eventually they are going to get hungry, and I know that having cravings and stuff like that in pregnancy is quite unique. And the last episode, I don't know if I caught it in the video or not, but it pictured a picture of her eating some type of egg thing. So, to me it looked like an egg thing anyways. But that's what I figured. She might be craving eggs. So... Okay, so she's not currently hungry, but I am going to check the quality of this real quick. It's excellent, so she is definitely doing better with her cooking, but I am going to go ahead and add it to the refrigerator so she has it. But right now, I think she's going to work ahead on her job from home in a way by browsing the internet, and then I'm actually going to have her update her status. Even though she isn't at home, at work, I still think it's going to benefit her because she can still do this. Which gave her an additional 20 followers, giving her a total of 105 followers. And now I think I'm just going to have her rest a little bit, and I'll be back when she wakes up. Okay, so Jonah is back and she's still sleeping. So, oh, actually she's getting up just now. So, Jonah's still tense from work. So we are going to have him come in and just maybe do some things to detense himself. Like taking a bath and etc. Meanwhile, I think she's actually heading... Yeah, she's heading to go get some of that eggs and toast that we made a little bit ago for herself. And she's still feeling that morning sickness. So that's in a way good and in a way bad, depending on how you see it. But it is telling you fully that she is pregnant. And the baby's coming soon. Matter of fact, she might actually be in her second trimester here. Let me see for sure. No, actually she's not. She has another 3 hours, Sims World, till she actually goes into her second trimester. And then, once it hits the third trimester, anything can happen at absolutely any time. But I do know that the second trimester is usually about a sim day. Sometimes it's shorter. And the route that I'm probably going to push for this one is to maybe have the baby come a little bit early. And the reason why that is because I don't think it normally babies come when they want to come. And I think having it come early kind of showcases a little bit of realism to The Sims, and that's why I've decided to do this. Plus, it's going to help her for not being so much sick, and it's going to help make her feel a little bit better. And because I don't like watching even my Sims to feel uncomfortable like this. And so Now I think Jonah's actually going to go ahead and get himself some of the eggs and toast as well. Jonah's still feeling a little bit tense, as I can see from him slamming the refrigerator door. But again, as I was stating, because it brings a little bit of realism to The Sims, and it also allows me to give you guys the shout-outs quicker, and it also allows me to release the uncomfortableness from Iris a little bit sooner. So it's not going to be a full 3 sim days, I can tell you that, before she has the baby, because I am going to push it just a little bit because I think it's going to make her feel a little bit better. And for some reason, I think Jonah's telling her that he doesn't like her food. Which I don't think is the best decision at this point. Okay, they seem to be getting along. So maybe I was wrong, but at first I thought Jonah was quite being a little bit rude to her there for a second. But it looks as if it was all just my imagination, so that's good. And I think she's heading off to... Oh, I don't know what she's doing actually. Oh, she's going to clean the bathtub. So, now Jonah is going to... I think he's going to do something for his job as well. And that's to fill out the reports, which, to be honest with you, I have totally been forgetting that he has to do for his job. So I am going to go ahead and have him do that. And then it is going to get quite late for Sims World. And in the Sims World, I should say. So I am going to kind of have them maybe hit the hay a little bit. After Jonah's done, I think. And so I think Iris is actually heading in to bed now. But Jonah is still working on his thing. So when he's done, I'm going to send him to bed. And then we will wake up in the morning and see where things are with the pregnancy. And we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in a second. And Iris is up, not even... Wait, why is she running? But, okay. She's running to throw up. The morning sickness is in full kick here, guys. But I am going to pause the game real quick because my charger on my controller is saying it's running low. So I'll be back in a second. Okay. I am going to have her head back to bed. It says that she's going to get on the computer, but I think she needs to rest up a little bit more because it is only like midnight in Sims World. So let's go ahead and have her do that. And then when she wakes up, when it's a little bit closer to morning, I have already had them call in a vacation day on their jobs just because it is getting late. So I am going to let them sleep, and then when they get up, again, we will check where the pregnancy is, and then we will possibly go from there. Okay, it is 3:30 now. It is early in the morning, I think, but it's something that I think is still worth getting up time for her. I am going to have her go clean a little bit, and then I am going to allow her to eat some eggs and that before she goes ahead and heads to see how the pregnancy is. Matter of fact, we are going to do that right now while she's doing this. She is in her second trimester currently. Her third trimester starts in 16 hours, but I am going to stop it very soon. Maybe after she's done eating, I think, to push up a little bit the labor, because, again, we want to have that little bit of early pregnancy for that realism. So that's what I think I'm going to do. And both of them already have off. They already have them call it off and everything. So we're gonna have her eat, and then I'm gonna do that push up the pregnancy a little bit for you guys. So while Jonah is sleeping, she's gonna get a little bit of food in her stomach, and then we're gonna go from there. Cause I think right now she's probably starting to feel them contractions in my book. So we'll go from here then. So I'm going to allow her to eat, and then I'll be back in a few minutes to set the record in. Okay, so we are back. Jonah is on here a little bit, getting a little bit of TV in before the thing, and she is definitely feeling contractions now. She is actually having to clean up the bathroom floor now because while we were doing the whole thing that we had to do, Jonah went and broke the toilet. So we had to repair that real fast. So any minute now, she'll probably be going into full labor. And I think that we are going to join her to the hospital for the birth of the baby. So if there's any kids watching, just want to let you guys know that it doesn't show anything out of like the major ordinary thing, and so I think she's going to let him know right now that it's time in a sense, and he's freaking out, which is the normal thing that to expect. So we are going to have her have the baby in the hospital, and we are going to send her, and we're going to obviously have Jonah go along with her, though most of the time this doesn't go as planned. Jonah sometimes, or the male or whatever, normally isn't in the room because they'll be freaking out, so we don't know how well this is going to go, but we are going to have the baby either way. Okay, so we are about to have the baby. I'm trying to get Jonah to come to the room, but he's not working out very well right now, so I don't know what he's really doing. And I apologize if you're hearing any noise, because they have like a little fountain thing here, and I'm trying to get him to come to the room. But we do look like we're having the baby now, or trying to at least. But I don't know how well this doctor's doing. But Jonah seems to be not having any interest of coming to the room. So it looks like Iris is doing this a little bit on her own. Jonah is in the building, I can tell you that, and it is a boy. So the baby's born. It is a boy, and we do have a name already picked out, which is Noah. Now, this shout out was actually given to me by my mom, but it wasn't given to me on any of the recent posts, because when I asked for Jonah and Iris's name, she had given me the name Noah, and I didn't choose it, so I thought I would use it now as their firstborn's name. Now, I also want to give the shout out to Raina, who also gave me the name for the for the little girl. It should have been a little girl, but again, Shauna Palm is the one who gave me the Noah name. So it looks like it will be Noah Hussein as the firstborn. So the doctor has actually given us the baby, and the baby is not really, is quite schmelly right now. And there she is, seeing and holding Noah for the first time, which obviously is something that any mother would know. Oh, where did the baby go? Oh, I think the baby went home. Okay, so I think they're heading home now. So I will see you guys once they get back to their apartment. Okay, so the baby is home and they are home. The baby is a little bit upset right now because I think it needs fed. So I think I'm going to go ahead and have her. We are going to go down the bottle feeding route. Right now she's changing the diaper and about ready to feed him. But I think we are going to go ahead and end it out very shortly. I think their first baby went as a success. It did come a little bit earlier than planned, as I stated, but not every baby comes when you want it to come. And I think Jonah's finally decided to come inside and see what's going on. And actually, I think Jonah should come in and meet his actual baby. So I know, because he wasn't really in the room when she had the baby. I think it's definitely time for him to go ahead and meet the baby. And so I am going to go ahead and have him just a little bit introduce himself, rock the baby, and maybe give him a little bit of snuggling, because he wasn't really there for the birth or anything. But he is going to be a good father, I think. So, meanwhile, Iris is getting a little bit of work done on her job. I think for the next couple times you might see Iris doing a little bit of homework from working from home, because of obviously someone was going to have to be here with little Noah. But I think that's a good thing. So we have little baby Noah born here, and he's up again. But there we go. Noah is born, and again, shout outs to both Shauna and Raina for the names. Obviously, it was a little boy. And so we're gonna go ahead and end this one out, and I'll see you guys all next week for another Sims World. Jonah is like overprotective of this kid now. But anyways, have a great day. Peace, and thank you guys for watching.